let's turn our attentions to Stratford Town, because they're in action obviously on Saturday. Got a good win against Bromsgrove Sporting, beating them by 2-1. And joining me now to talk all things Bards, goalkeeper Jake Weavo joins us live on the show. Jake, how are you?
Hi, Will. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Thanks for having me back on. You okay?
Yeah, it's good, thank you. Yeah, thanks for coming on. I know you've been on already. I think you're supposed to have spoken to us before. I guess we'll start with the last result, if that's okay. Bromsgrove Sporting getting a good win away from home. Another 3 points on the board as well. Things starting to look up at the Bards.
Yeah, very much so. I think, Bromsgrove, always a tough game. Their 1-11 is full of experienced players who have got real know-how at the level. And, I think what was most pleasing was, the result was great and coming back. But I think the character, early goal, going down after 5 minutes, particularly there, you could kind of think, it's going to be one of those afternoons. But to come back and pick up a result in, I think we played out of the three wins we've had, that was probably, the most control we had. It was a really solid performance from 1-11. It's another positive result to back up the previous two before that.
Absolutely. I was going to say, you've been on a good run of form. 3 wins on the bounce. Obviously, the Hales Owen game was abandoned for the reasons that we've discussed in previous weeks. But your form has really picked up. Obviously, that defeat to Barwell a few weeks back, 5-2. But 3 wins on the trot. There must be good confidence in the camp at the minute.
Yeah, very much so. And I think as well, the Barwell result was awful. There's no other way of really describing it. But I think what really showed after that was, the characters come back. I think we played Leiston on the Saturday after that, who are, a strong team that's level, always competing towards the top sort of 6-7 of the divisions. Come back and win that, showed the character we've got really, and then to then back that up with 2 more wins, it's almost, you can draw a line in the sand at the Barwell result, and then pick up from there really. It was disappointing on the night at Barwell, but I think, a few discussions afterwards, I just said, let's not panic and let's just put things back in perspective and look, start picking up results again.
Yeah, and that's absolutely the right thing to do, isn't it? Because we've spoken a lot to yourself and different people at Stratford this year, of course, on our local football show. And it's safe to say the start of the season wasn't the best, and football can change so quickly because 3 wins on the bounce now. You're mid-table, you're 10th in the Southern Premier Central, 6 points away from Redditch United, who sit in 5th or occupy the last playoff spot. You've got a game in hand on them as well. So a few wins and the league can change so much, can't it?
Oh, exactly. I mean, we didn't. Our start was sort of nowhere near what we really desired, but since then we've been really solid. I think sort of after that, I think we lost 1 in 10 in the league, and we've shown we can turn things around. It's just a case of sometimes accepting you're going to have off days and defeats are naturally going to come, but as long as you rectify it the next game and you can pick up results, I think that's one thing we've showed really well, and that the last 3 has put us, we're looking more towards the playoffs now, which is a great spot to go in coming up into the new year with 3 games left until then. You pick up a few more positive results then, and come the new year, then you're asking questions of can we look to break up in towards the top 6 or 7 and have a real good go coming into the second half of the season.
And you've certainly doing personally as well, Jake, a good number of appearances for the club now. Things are going well for you personally, are they?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it there. It's been I signed towards the beginning of last season, and I've really enjoyed my sort of 15, 16 months there. It's a great dressing room. I knew quite a few of them beforehand, but welcome me in and feel really integral part of what's going on there.
Yeah, and fingers crossed things can keep going your way. St Ives Town on Saturday, back at home though, which is always nice after a couple of away games. St Ives 13th in the league, only a couple of points away from you. So it's, but an opportunity, the way that you boys are playing at the minute, you must be feeling confident going into Saturday's game.
Yeah, exactly. And, it's a bit like you kind of alluded to. It's nice to come back to home. It feels like we've, not been there for a while with a few, a couple of away trips since our last game. And, it's one that, we want to look to make our home ground a real tough place for teams to come. And, starting Saturday, we can look to continue looking, further up the table. And, some of St Ives, they'll be a strong team. They're always a tricky opponent. having played them in the past quite a few times, and yeah, we've got to make sure we're at it to, keep up the good form we've got.
Absolutely. And I'll just before I let you go, Jake, we're talking closer to Christmas now, lots of games over the Christmas period. But looking at your schedule, it's actually not that bad. Well, it's still, got fair games over Christmas. You're not playing Boxing Day. You've got, you haven't got many games around Christmas. You've got 3rd of January, but it's quite a relaxed Christmas, am I right in saying, for you boys this year?
Yeah, you're spot on there. I think, more often than not, I think back to last year, it was Boxing Day, 28th, New Year's Day, and then I think it was the 4th of January after that. So, you're playing a little bit of patchwork. And I think at that time we had 2 of the top 3 in that spell. So it was, quite a tough run. Whereas this year it's the complete opposite of, it's just like a normal kind of schedule of Saturday to Saturday, which I don't think many people were, complaining about, because it gives us time to get people back. If they need to come back from fitness, we can rest up, and it kind of keeps the season looking normal, as opposed to that normal Christmas period where it goes a bit like, say, 26th, 28th, 1st, 3rd, whenever, and it just goes a little bit crazy, whereas we're able to kind of keep a bit of rhythm and consistency of the season.
Absolutely. So a couple of extra pigs and blankets on the Christmas dinner then, though we haven't got a game on Boxing Day, is it?
Oh, it goes without saying, that does. Might have an extra Yorkshire just to mix it up as
well. Jake, it's great chatting to you. Best of luck for the rest of the season, and I'm sure we'll continue talking to different people from Stratford every other week here on the Local Football Show. So you never know, we might end up catching you nearer the end of the season. So have a good Christmas period, and I'm sure we'll catch up near the end of the season, Jake.
Yeah, you too. Cheers, Will. Thanks
Cheers,
so much.
Jake. Jake Weavo, then, the Stratford Town goalkeeper there, speaking to me live here on the Local Football Show. Let me quickly run you through some